What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and to episode 3 of Let's Play 2001Scape. In the last episode, we managed to mine, smelt, and smith the bronze equipment that you see Theoin here wielding. We've got the large bronze helmet, the bronze square shield, and the bronze longsword. That was quite the epic grind in the last episode, and near the end we made our way over to the goblins with the intention of training our combat skills for the first time. Didn't really get wrecked, but realizing that we didn't have any food, decided to make our way over to the Lumbridge swamp. This is where we are currently located, to fight giant rats. Well, they're just called rats here, but they're giant. And to collect, raw meat so that we can cook food and make more efficient use of our combat training. Yeah, so we should be getting some cooking XP and some combat XP in this episode today. Really, my plan is to achieve some respectable noobish level of combat stats. That's what I plan to focus on. Yeah, I'm Twinrova, and this is my Ironman account on 2001Scape Theoin. Hunting down some rats, and I'm honestly surprised that we're doing so well against the rats, given their combat level of 8. I know we have like some super basic bronze equipment, but I expected these fights to go more south more quickly. Yeah, I'm honestly happy. Right? Well, we can't finish this kill. Oh my gosh, how many times is this rat going to flee before we get the kill? There we go. But yeah, I'm happy with how many raw meat that we're able to collect, like 3. I wasn't even sure if we would manage that. You know, because like, let's say we could only kill like 1 or 2 rats at a time before our health got too low. And then we have the chance of failing to cook, right? We get a higher percentage chance of cooking on a range as opposed to fire, but still our cooking level is only 4, right? So there's a really good chance that we fail on any particular cooking attempt. So yeah, I was kind of nervous about whether our ability to kill rats, the amount of meat that we could collect and then cook successfully, if that would even cover the damage that we're taking while training at a low level. But it looks like it's going to work out, and especially if we can hit like level 3 right now in attack, defense, strength, we should be good to go for combat training. Yeah, which is really exciting. And even though we can't kill cows for their meat in 2001Scape, which is unfortunate, it is great news that we can fight rats for meat. I mean, it's only a tiny pain, right, to have to walk around the fence since you can't walk through the church to get to the Lumbridge swamp. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, since we have no bank, we'll probably have some kind of regular ritual, right, where we come over to the rats, kill them, collect meat, cook the food. We also could make bread. That actually wouldn't be the worst idea. Yeah, it could be useful to see the difference between how much HP we regain, how many hits we regain from eating bread versus rat meat. That could be useful. Hits are down to 5. Might need to go cook soon. Yeah, so far so good. So our attack, defense, and strength actually started at 2. We did not earn that level. Because we chose the adventurer class in the first episode, and that gave us +1 in several skills to start the game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, as soon as we hit attack, defense, and strength level 3, playing in the controlled style, as soon as we reach that point, we'll have gained our first combat level. Our hits are down to 2. Might have to flee. Okay. We're close. He's fleeing. Assuming that the rat is a he. Yeah, let's go. And we advanced 1 attack, defense, and strength level. Let's go. Excellent. Bury our bones. And move on. So something that I noticed on a video from... Oh man, I need to give the proper attributions. Let me find... Who was I watching on YouTube about 2001Scape? Okay, I'm going to find this. Mad Attacks RSC Vanilla has a video called 2001Scape Escape Odyssey that I was watching to learn some differences about 2001Scape, especially in comparison to Classic. It looks like Mad Attacks usually plays on the RSC Vanilla private server, which is just another vanilla RuneScape Classic server other than RSC Preservation. And yeah, he made a cool video about 2001Scape and spending some time on it that I thought was really interesting. I haven't finished yet. I'm about halfway through the video. But something super interesting that I learned from him, thank you so much for sharing, was that the prayer skill, like pray good and pray evil, there are no prayers. And I hadn't even noticed this yet, but we have good magic and evil magic, right, which are skills that we can trade. But there are actually no prayers, and notice that thick skin, which will become a prayer in the future, is actually a level 1, what is that, evil magic spell? So that is quite interesting to me. So as we bury bones, yes, we're gaining XP for the pray good and pray evil skills, I'm assuming at the same time. I'm not 100% certain that that's accurate, but we'll figure it out as we go. But there's no benefit. You're just, as I think, to paraphrase Mad Attacks, you're just burying bones for the sake of it, essentially for the sake of leveling nothing. Which I think is quite funny. And just goes to show how early on we are in RuneScape history with this private server. All right, so we got 1 successful cook, which is honestly better than I expected. Okay, I might have expected 2. Hopefully we cook this one. Okay, 5 burnt meats. Okay, that is so funny. Okay. So we're not exactly a master chef quite yet at level 4. Able to cook 5 out of 6 meats. Let's kill this rat. You don't drop meat, I'm assuming. Assuming you drop nothing, or just bones. But let's give it a try and just see if we can squish any meat out of this tiny rat. Nope, just bones. You dig a hole in the ground, you bury the bones. Okay, so we've got 1 cooked meat. What this tells me is that we need to immediately perform an experiment. I'm going to need a pot and a bucket. Right? I need a bucket to make bread. I actually can't remember. I think the ingredients from the Cook's Assistant quest are all the ingredients you need to make a cake. I don't think just for a loaf of bread, though. But I think we need a bucket of water. A bucket of water and dough, right? Or to make a dough, we need a pot of flour and a bucket of water. I'm pretty sure we mix them together and it'll give us a choice about what kind of dough we want to make. And then we'll make bread dough and we will end up cooking the bread on the range. That's right. Okay, so we have some money, right? We have some money to burn. And my cooking is awful. So why don't we actually double up on pots and double up on buckets? Oh, did I sell my pot? Why did I do that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's buy 2 pots. Buy 2 buckets. We actually don't need 2 buckets. We'll sell 1. We could actually have more pots though, if we want to make some kind of industry out of baking bread. Yeah, let's get some extra pots. We'll do 5. Let's have 5 pots. I think this is everything I need. Yeah. So then we'll have 5 attempts at cooking bread. And if the bread... Oh, there's also cabbage, which is free food. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Beast Fable Ultimate, free-to-play Ultimate Ironman series on preservation, right? Where he uses cabbage as his low-level food source. Yeah, I want to make a comparison of how many hits that I get. What is my return on investment with different food choices? Okay, so let's pick some wheat. Oh, I don't have to... Yeah, I forgot about this. I don't have to like walk around and actually pick it. You just have to perform the action and then it shows up here. Excellent. Okay. Once again, to quote Beast Fable, our RuneScape ancestors climbed these ladders to put the grain in the hopper. Just so funny. Okay, so yeah, we're going to use the grain on the hopper. We're going to operate the hopper. The grain slides down the chute. And now, just as a test, I'm going to use the grain on the hopper again. Operate the hopper. The grain slides down the chute. Do I have 2 flowers at the bottom, or did I waste one? That is my question. Do I have to walk up and down, or can I process multiple flour at once? I can indeed process multiple flour at once. Okay, so that actually does make it a little bit better. Perfect, you put the flour in the pot. Okay, let's try 3 at once. I'm sure that the respawn, like the spawn out timer, would affect this process. Put the grain in the hopper, operate the hopper, do this 2 more times. Excellent. On the hopper, and operate. Perfect. Climb down the ladder 1 more time. And then, lo and behold, 3 separate flowers to pick up. Awesome. We now have 5 pots full of flour. Now I'm going to go hit up this well. Oh, look at the look at the mill, the selective roof. Right? Like it's selected to not render the roof, but it's still rendering the windmill's sails. That's funny, interesting. I have to try that out in preservation and see. I'm assuming that it's the same behavior. Okay, yeah, let's head over to the castle. We're going to use the range in the well outside to make dough. And this is all assuming that I remember the process to bake bread. Then at some point, like, cakes and pies would be useful to compare. Yeah, we can actually, like, maybe make better stuff. Better use of our inventory. And that is something that I don't think I've really put an emphasis on before. When I had a bank, I always imagined, you know, you don't necessarily need the best in slot food, just a lot of food in your bank that you can keep going back and forth to, which is maybe less efficient, but, you know, it's easier to just use fishing to cook, to catch and cook high healing fish. I always thought that baking would be like too much effort. But I wonder if it is worth it to bake items in Ironman mode. Or at least in Ultimate Ironman mode, where you need your inventory slots. That's something to think about. If you can think of instances where baked items are better than like caught fish in other RuneScape games than 2001Scape, I would love to hear it in the comments. Okay, yeah, bread dough. All right, perfect. So then this is going to be a little repetitive process. Use the water use the bucket on the well, use the water on a pot of flour, and we get bread dough out of it. Okay, bucket on the well, water on the flour, bread dough. Okay, we're almost there. Bread dough. And what, just one more time, right? Yeah. Hopefully we get lucky and end up actually cooking one of these breads. Then we can perform our experiment. We'll also have to take into account the timing of the automatic healing with time, right? Might actually wait for that to tick 1 HP and then eat to make sure it doesn't befuddle our experiments. Okay. Whoops, let's walk this way. Good sir, thank you, thank you. And let's use a bread dough on the range. We cooked bread! Let's go! Awesome, we didn't immediately burn the bread. Yeah, we burnt that one, but we got one success, which is good enough. We advanced a cooking level, level 5 cooking. Let's go. Okay, 2 more breads to cook. Yep, another burn. I'm excited that we got 2 breads out of this, though. Oh my gosh, 3 successful bread cooking attempts. And our hits are now back to full health. So let's go fight some rats again, because it should be good enough combat XP for us, and also we'll get cooked meat or raw meat out of the deal. We can continue to train cooking. And I really like, if I can, double dipping on combat training and some skill, just to feels like I'm optimizing my time somewhat. And then once we take some damage over here, we can run our experiment and see, will bread or cooked meat heal more? And if you're joining the series for the first time and wondering, well, why in the world would you not just go look up the answer? That is because when I play role-playing games, I try very, very hard not to look up anything about the game and to do all of my learning and exploration from inside the game myself or watching others play the game. Yeah, it's more fun for me that way to learn about the world from within it rather than learning about it in a meta way. Just for fun. And then, we get to carry out experiments and have a good time of it. Okay, let's get back to combat. All right, so we were able to raise our attack strength and defense to 3 each, which is excellent. But we want more. If we're going to be battling ice giants in the Asgardian ice caves someday, we're going to need better combat stats to not get KO'd immediately. We're going to need better gear as well, but we'll worry about that later. Get back here. These rats really like to flee. That rat's going to come stand right on this spot. Yeah, run away. And blend in like the chickens do. Like to stand on each other so that you lose the hurt chicken. Okay, awesome. 1 rat kill. HP's down to 7. We'll let it get lower. I don't know, the max that I imagine that this food is going to heal us is like 5. I can't imagine that we're going to get healed more than 5 by cooked meat or a bread. But that guess is just a complete shot in the dark. I have no idea how much it's going to heal. Get over here. Let's go. Okay. 2 rats killed, and we're down to 6 hits. Looks like we healed at least 1 or 2 hits during that combat. Yeah, the art for these rats is so cool. Like, I don't know, this is sick. Okay, 5 out of 11. I honestly would like to be even lower than that. Yeah, 4. Maybe even 3 would be optimal for me. Up to 5. There's another rat killed. Our armor is up to 10 with the shield and the helmet, which is awesome, right? Like a bear character is at 1 armor, I believe. So that's excellent. It shows you that it really is worth your time to just make or acquire some basic equipment, because that's a factor of 10 difference in spending the time to get perfect level 3 or 3 hits. Never been so excited to take damage before. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is wait for my hits to replenish to 4 and then eat the cooked meat. Oh, right there. Then cooked meat brings us from 4 to 7. So we regain 3 hits from eating a cooked meat. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we would need 3 cooked meats just to heal one full health hits bar, right? So it is good in that it's going to heal you some, but it's not that great. There's probably better food out there. Now, we don't have fishing in 2001Scape. Okay, 3 hits. Down to 3. Just got to be ready to flee if necessary. He's going to flee. Come back here. Awesome. Okay, we're down to 2, and we win. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's wait until our HP rises to 3, and then we'll eat the bread. Okay, here goes nothing. To 7. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So bread is going to heal 1 more hit point than cooked meat. So it is worth 1 extra point of health per inventory slot to make bread. Okay. That's pretty cool, except you have to go through the process of making bread over and over again, right? But then you're getting cooking XP, which is a skill. So you're skilling. So yeah, that seems doable. We can totally do this. Basically load up on bread and then go out and fight creatures to level your combat stats. Come back, acquire more bread. Do we want to have more than 5 pots to make it go faster? I don't really think that's necessary. I think it would be totally fine doing this in batches of 5 breads. Like maybe we make 2 batches of breads, or get up to, I don't know, a pretty full inventory. Before moving on, let's head back to the goblins. I think they actually drop gold, and they're actually easier to kill, right? They're lower than the giant rats, or just the rats. Level 8 rats, level 7 goblins here. We did see a level 13 goblin in a couple different places. Maybe 1 in the swamp and 1 over by the barbarian village. Yeah, we're hitting pretty well on the goblin in control mode. Nice. All right. Increase our prayer for no reason. Perfect. What I want to know is if these goblins will drop gold for me. That's not a very effective way to make money unless they drop it pretty often. But I'm just curious. Will they drop something other than bones in 2001Scape? We should be getting somewhat close to 4 attack, strength, defense now as well. Yeah. Up to 61 coins. I'm not sure how many that was, but hey, that is better than nothing. Then we can use coins to acquire better armor, unless we want to smith it. But interestingly, another thing I've learned about 2001Scape is that you don't actually have to have any particular attack or defense level to wield or equip higher tiers of armor and weapons. And that is a game changer because it basically means that we can buy any gear in the game immediately as soon as we can afford it and wield it. And that is pretty sick. So we don't necessarily have to train our smithing skill up to adamant levels to have some adamant gear, but we do need to collect gold and save up our money to be able to afford it from the shopkeepers. Now, would it be really cool to level up smithing to the point where you can make adamant gear? Yes, that would be sick. If for nothing else, to be able to inject that equipment into the population of 2001Scape, because as it stands, nobody can currently smith, right? Is it the adamant two-hand is like the best weapon? Let's go check. I'm going to head over to rsc.vet. While we're training combat, I'm going to go to high scores for 2001Scape, and we're going to go to smithing. And yeah, Konkari currently has a smithing level of 63, so shout out there. And then I believe there's a smithing manual that I can read. Okay, 2003 manual. Adamantite, it looks like, according to the 2003 manual, you can smith adamantite starting at level 70. Interesting. I thought I saw Mad Attack's RSC Vanilla. I thought I saw him mention some kind of milestone at 65 smithing on 2001Scape. I'm not exactly sure what that is because I can't see the numbers. But yeah, if that's the case, then Konkari is only 2 levels away from that 65 point, and if not, is 7 levels away from being able to smith adamant bars as per the 2003 manual. Let's go. We just advanced 1 attack, defense, strength level. We're now at 444. That is excellent. And these goblins are only going to get easier and easier to kill. It looks like they are pretty regularly dropping gold. It's not like we're going to make bank on this or anything, but I don't actually know any way to make real bank in this other than maybe like smithing, selling items to shops. We made pretty decent money with our bronze equipment so far. I'm sure we'll make more money with higher tiers of equipment selling to general stores. Water rune. Do we need that? I don't know. Maybe we can sell it. Let's head into the little goblin hut. There's an iron dagger over here, short but pointy, just laying on the ground. I want to compare its stats to my bronze longsword. What's better, like a better weapon at the bronze tier, or a worse weapon at the iron tier? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's better. Let's check it out. So we're at weapon aim 8, weapon power 8, and then if we equip the dagger, then we're at 6/6. So the bronze longsword is indeed better than the iron dagger. I don't know, we can sell it. I feel like that's me about everything. Like, why not just keep it and sell it? There's a general store right over there. Better to get nothing or something than nothing, right? Yeah, 555 is going to feel like a kind of milestone. Is the beer going to boost my strength and lower my attack? Let's see. I drink it, and yeah, my strength goes up by 1, my attack goes down by 1. You drink the beer, you feel slightly invigorated, you feel dizzy too. And slightly dizzy too, yeah. So we should hit less often, but higher. Maybe we'll hit a 2 for the first time. That could be cool. I've yet to hit a 2. And how long will that buff last? Down to 4 hits. Ooh, a 2! Let's go! With the beer. Yeah. Strength buff was worth. That is awesome. Let's eat a bread. When are we going to level up prayer? How many bones is that going to take? Oh, -1 attack plus 2 strength. Is that right? Yeah, 6 out of 4. Oh, so that is a favorable change. Your attack ability has returned to normal. We're still at +1 strength, so the effects of the beer are wearing off 1 point at a time, and so it's like the strength buff is lasting 1 turn longer, 1 time duration longer, something like that. Excellent. Right, I've lost track of how many goblins that we've killed since we've been over here, but I feel like we're doing pretty well. Might have to go to the Blue Moon Inn and get beer, like, just to have that strength buff while playing. We have Herblaw as a skill here, but is it actually released if we don't have fishing? Okay, so tailoring as a skill is on the board, but we can't make use of it. Like, there's nothing you can do in the game to train tailoring, apparently, as far as I'm aware. If you're aware of a way to train tailoring, please let me know. I would be very interested to learn. And I'm not sure, Herblaw might be the same way, which is interesting because then if you're aiming for something like... Oh, can we cast these? Wow, do we have We've almost got the runes to cast some magic. Interesting. Maybe we should keep runes just so that we can level our magic skills. I'm so going to run out of slots for all the things that I want to do. It's so going to happen. Yeah, I wonder if the Herblaw skill has any content in this point in time. Because, like, the map of 2001Scape, I don't think it includes... Yeah, it goes to, like, Falador. So there's no... whoops. Did not mean to engage this man in combat, but okay. Yeah, there's no Taverley or Berthorpe, right? So I don't actually know how that would work. I don't think there's a Druidic Ritual quest. Yeah, so I think that might be a perpetual 1. So if we aim to get all skills to 10, there are actually some skills that we still wouldn't be able to train. which is interesting. Down to 3 hits. We might have to run. We're going to risk it. All right. That was an accidental murder. I meant to head into the kitchens. Try my hand at cooking some raw meat on this acclaimed stove. Let's see what we get. A burn. Burn. Oh man, this is not looking good. 5 for 5. Oh my gosh, the failure rate. Wow. All of that rat meat collected for naught. Okay, we can go sell some stuff. Are those arrows on the ground? That's cool. Mind runes. Did we need mind runes for a spell? Mind rune. Is it 1? Yeah, does that... A mind rune and some other kind of rune. Earth and whatever that is. It's funny that I can't remember all the runes by their images. Most of them. Is it a body rune? Can't be, right? Interesting. Yeah, mind rune, earth, water we have so far. Increases your defense. Yeah, let's take this mind rune again. And that is almost everything we need to cast Confuse. We just need air runes for Chill Bolt, so water and air. We don't have rune crafting, do we? No, you have to get runes like from slaying monsters. So that would actually give us a purpose if certain monsters drop certain runes. I bet goblins have to drop the basic 4, right? Like we could totally keep slaying goblins just to get certain runes. Wow, without rune crafting, we're literally going to have to kill creatures to get drops for runes to train magic. Is there a rune shop? Hopefully there's a rune shop somewhere. But are we going to be able to afford dumping all of that money into runes for magic training? I don't know. That could be a money sink for sure. Yes, please. What are you selling? I would like to pawn some stuff off onto you, sir. Specifically this nice iron dagger. 14 gold. Let's go. The scimitar and the gem I want to sell in Alcarid. Okay, I guess let's bake some bread. We're gonna get a nice little routine going here. Is Imp Catcher a quest? Do I need to be collecting beads? Even more important, do I want to hold on to a bead until the Imp Catcher quest, if it exists? Yeah, I don't actually think so. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to hang on to a bead all the way until that quest. On the off chance that I can collect them all. I'm sure it'll shorten my quest time, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and pick some more wheat for another load of bread. Don't know if y'all can hear the halo in the background. Hopefully that's not too distracting. My wife is killing it in the other room. Okay. This time we're going to try all 5 wheats at once. Okay, let's use wheat in the hopper. Yep, grain in the hopper, rather. Oh, there's already grain in the hopper. Right, I can't do it like that 5 times in a row. I have to operate the hopper between every between every grain. Operate. Over and over again, the grain is sliding down the chute. Perfect. Okay, and hopefully we'll have 5 flour that I can collect. A stack. Yeah, let's go. Can I walk around it this way? Okay. Awesome. Let's go. Okay, that's nice. That's going to make, I wanted to say breading. Cooking bread. Not take quite so long. Excellent. I really am curious to know if you can hear the shots in the background. Oh my gosh. I'll listen back and see. It doesn't look like the microphone's reacting to it, but it'll just be funny to be walking through the peaceful, idyllic little countryside of Lumbridge with gunshots in the background. Okay, so I need to use the bucket on the well to get some water and go through this whole routine again. Yep. Oh, yeah. Right, use water with flour. Yep, bread dough. Use a bucket with well. Use water with flour, bread dough. Yep. We're going to get a cycle down. Playing old RuneScape is like figuring out these little clicking patterns, right? Like, yeah, this looks tedious, but you know, you just kind of get used to it, and then you try to like optimize your little clicking routine to the best of your ability. All right, let's hope we can get some bread out of this. We're making progress here. 5 cooking, 4 attack, defense, and strength. Our hits still hasn't leveled. 11 is what we started with. We haven't leveled prayer yet. That's what we started with. 13 mining, 9 smithing. That's all pretty awesome. Dang. Come on, let's get like 1 good bread. 1 good bread, please. Wow. Dang, 5 out of 5 again. That is a streak of burnt food. Quite unfortunate, honestly. Because we don't even get cooking XP for the failed attempts. So that's like literally wasted time. I mean, not wasted because you needed to spend the time to even get an attempt, right? I saw on the, what is it, the live streaming conversation from the last episode, Personius was saying to sell my sapphire, and we will sell the sapphire. A pinky promise. All right, let's give this bread stuff another take. And actually, it doesn't take too long just to walk back and forth from Lumbridge to the mill. It's honestly not too bad of a trip. I'm having fun. I don't know about y'all, but all of these tasks that may seem tedious or, you know, simple, menial, whatever, I'm loving this. This is hitting all of my needs for serotonin. Getting lots of serotonin from the simple act of attempting to bake bread in 2001Scape. Again, just so excited that this server exists. Something that, okay, let me say it right. Matt Attacks, RSC Vanilla, something that Matt Attacks said that I actually really like is that the developers of 2001Scape don't necessarily anticipate having a huge server population and trying to build the player base. Not that they don't want people to play, but the goal is not to have a server that's thousands strong, right? The goal is just for the server to exist. And Matt Attacks said that that is a beautiful idea, and I have to agree with him on that. It is beautiful that this server simply exists. And what's really interesting is that, I'm playing on the 2001Scape, like official server from the OpenRSC team. But you could, they make it so that you can actually set up your own single player server or your own private server, right? Using their code. You could set up your own server for just you and your friends to play on, or whoever you want, right? You can kind of like self-host a 2001Scape server or a RuneScape preservation server. Like I could be wrong, but I think any of their servers you can actually set up and host yourself for just you or for you and friends. And that's pretty sick. I don't know exactly what I would do with that. Maybe like mod. Maybe make your own custom mods and test them out with your friends. Would be a fun thing to do. Have your own modded classic server. Could be fun. And they do it all for free, right? Like there's no subscription. They don't even take donations. They won't accept your donations for all of their effort spent on these projects. That is also crazy cool to me that they do it literally for the passion of RuneScape, right? For the Gower Brothers creation. That is sick. In my humble opinion. The imps and the goblins and men, I think, all have blank examine text in 2001Scape. Okay, odds that we actually cook a bread this time. We really need to so that we can start working towards 6 cooking, because Lord, these burn rates are crazy. There's definitely a perk to leveling cooking, because your cooking, whether you unlock new foods to cook or not, just having the higher percentage chance of success seems useful. And that might actually apply to other skills like magic. I was thinking, oh, hey, why would you want to go above level 14? Maybe just to improve your chance of success in casting that spell. That could be motivation enough for making that kind of change. You know what I really want to do? Oh, I didn't make dough first because I'm like daydreaming while escaping now. What I really want to do is go hang out in the wilderness in 2001Scape. Like, okay, so I'm an Ironman account, right? So I'm not going to... Can I use the flour with the water? No. Dang. That would be fun, but it doesn't work that way. What I think would be cool would be to get the smithing level needed to make like decent gear in 2001Scape. Oh, wait, is there a wilderness? We can PK anywhere, right? Yeah, okay. Interesting. I'm totally forgetting that we can PK anywhere. Yeah, so if you're not aware, in 2001Scape in the beginning, we actually select a toggle whether we want to be a PKer or not. And when we find other players, if they're within 5 levels of us, we can engage in combat with them and PK them. And I'm not sure, maybe they drop all their items on the ground. I don't know how it works, but that would be something fun to test out. I was thinking that it would be cool to be able to make the best gear in the game and to basically try to PK people to give it away. Like, not actually give it away, but, intentionally try to lose it. Like, I can't sell. I'm not going to, trade it away to people for money because it's an Ironman account. But, like, okay, you can have it. If you can come and get it, would be kind of fun. I don't know if it'd be possible. I don't know how much of an advantage that you would have. And very soon someone, yeah, we cooked a bread, let's go, finally. Eventually, someone is going to be able to smith adamant armor. But yeah, this is gonna be very few and far between. Let's go. 2 breads cooked and a cooking level. We're now at level 6 cooking. That is so excellent. Wow. We now have 2 breads with which to train combat. We might we might just go back and forth and keep making bread for a little bit. Load up the inventory. A little more, maybe a few more breads. Maybe we can increase our success rate and yeah, make our combat training more effective. 444 attack, defense, strength. We're still squarely in the noob camp. Was that malicious of me to do? You didn't see anything. But yeah, we're going to work on that. Yeah, the next quest is Demon Slayer, right? We need to be able to fight Delrith. I was actually looking back at footage of my RSC Preservation Ironman account killing Delrith in the Demon Slayer quest. And Delrith was level 25. And in this iteration of RuneScape, I've seen Delrith spawn at level 23. I would assume that the level's always the same, but it is actually very possible. I don't know this for a fact. I don't know how it works. But it could spawn at different levels randomly. I don't know. Like maybe there's a variation in what level Delrith is when he spawns. Or maybe Delrith was level 23 in May of 2001 when players weren't as strong. Maybe they rebalanced him to 25 by 2003 to be a stepping stone. A combat stepping stone. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but it appears that Delrith is less tough of a fight in 2001Scape in comparison with RSC Preservation. Yeah, this is actually kind of fun, y'all. I don't know. Maybe get on 2001Scape and try to bake an inventory of bread and see if you have as much fun as I'm having right now. You had to hear that. There was a whole explosion of grenades in the other room. You had to hear that. I'll go back and listen and see how that sounds. That maybe you hear nothing. Maybe you just hear me randomly rambling about something you can't hear. I have no idea. Okay, let's go bake some bread. So peaceful. Our brave knight between impaling goblins and slaughtering rats goes and bakes in his spare time. He's a very well balanced human being. This here Theoin. Yeah, I'm very happy about the 2 out of 5 that we cooked, especially after the full round of wasted bread dough. And with 6 cooking this time, maybe it'll be a little better. I'm not sure. Let's give it a try. Use water on the flower pot. I'm like right clicking and I don't think I really need to. Yeah, I can cut out a few clicks here for efficiency. Not exactly sure why I was right clicking to use the bucket. Yeah, that is flowing a little more smoothly for me. Okay. 5 more bread doughs to attempt to cook. This must be such thrilling entertainment for you all, watching me bake bread. So incredibly exciting, right? The dice roll. Will he cook the bread? Will he not? And And it worked. Let's go. 3 breads. Awesome. That's 1 out of 5 already successful. Yep, burnt. Not surprised. Can we get another one cooked? Let's go. That's 2 out of 5. Burnt. Cooked, burnt, cooked, burnt. Come on. In on a cook. In on a cook. No. Okay. So that's 2 loads of bread. 2 successes in each case. Okay. Well, yeah. 4 loaves of bread. That's pretty decent. Is it? Is 4 loaves of bread decent? We're going to pretend that it is. Yeah. Okay. I guess I will stop here while I have a nice, decent-ish load of food for breads to carry into combat training. Yeah, we'll use that at the kickoff of the next episode. So today we were able to train our combat stats from 222 to 444. We were able to get our cooking up to level 6. Killed giant rats, took their meat, cooked it, ate it while fighting, and then made several loaves of bread, and we're using that in combat as well with nearby goblins. Made some money and talked about a lot of random stuff. It's been a blast. In the next episode, we will carry on with combat training. We're going to get to 555 and beyond, and it's going to be so much fun. Maybe we'll go and kill something else. Who knows? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more retro RPG content. And until the next episode, fight on.